Welcome to my all-new Wild Watches video. Today, I will be talking about the movies I watched in the month of September 2018. I shall talk about each film individually, starting now. The first film I watched was Hatchet, Adam Green's cult hit. This film has a love-hate relationship with the slasher community. It's not terrible. I love the characters, the effects, the gore, the humor, the fun nature of the films. It's just a lot of kick-ass fun. The second movie I watched was The Toxic Avenger Part 2. I watched this with Eric from the Death Twitch. We had a pretty boring time. There are a few highlights in this movie, like when the guy is on the sushi table getting hacked up. That's a bloody mess and a lot of fun. Otherwise, the third movie I watched was Tremors 5 Bloodlines. This film is actually really cool. It exceeded my expectations from when I first saw the first trailer for the film, and it's grown on me a lot. I loved it when I first saw it, and I still love it now. The fourth movie I watched was Equalizer 2000. This was okay. Not a really great movie or anything, but it's serviceable and watchable. It's really cheap, and it's a fun post-apocalyptic flick, as fun as it could be. The fifth movie I watched was Hatchet II. I forgot to mention that I watched Hatchet 1 with Ray from Reanimated Reviews, as well as Hatchet 2. These movies are hilariously fun, and this film is bonkers. That's the best word I can use to describe it, is bonkers. The sixth movie I watched was appropriately Tremors: A Cold Day in Hell, the sixth installment in the Tremors franchise. This is probably my least favorite Tremors movie. Still not the worst movie ever, but boy, could have it been so much worse. I mean, it could have had one of the most downer endings of the entire franchise, but we still got some fun moments here and there, with some raunchy humor, and that's just awesome. The seventh movie I watched was Frenzy. This was part of Sharknado Week 2018. This was okay. Nothing amazing or anything. It actually has some problems that I didn't really care for. My review will come out soon. The eighth movie I watched was Lake Placid Legacy. Wow. This was a different approach, and wow, I actually liked it. It's not the best movie out there. Hell, it's definitely not even the best Lake Placid movie, but it's still serviceable. It doesn't outright suck, which a lot of people seem to claim it does. I highly disagree. The ninth movie I watched was The Nun. Having none of that. This movie kind of sucked. It was entertaining, but slow in some parts. It was scary, yet stupid in some parts. It was bloody, yet dry in some parts. It was a horror film and an action film in some parts. I just don't even know. The 10th movie I watched was Camp Death 3 in 2D. This movie is ridiculous. It's like teenage humor, which doesn't usually work, but I felt it kind of did in this film because the gore was so over the top. It's stupid, but entertaining. The 11th movie I watched was The Wolfman from 2010. I watched this with James Mock's trailers. Love this movie. I think it's totally underrated. I'll stick up for it. It's got some kind of okay-ish CGI. The fact that it's rated R with such a big budget and such a big scope is amazing. So much blood and gore is in the Wolfman remake, and if they did it now, it'd probably be PG-13. I think it came out at the wrong time. The 12th movie I watched was Dune Warriors. I freaking love this movie. It's no Mad Max, but it's so much fun. A lot of people dislike this movie. I'm like, I freaking love it. David Carradine's awesome. I like the cast of characters they have. There's a bunch of them, and they're all recognizable, and you feel bad if any of them die. This post-apocalyptic movie is one to look out for. The title is awesome, too, as well as the poster. The 13th movie I watched was Frankenfish. I love Frankenfish. Badass, gore-soaked, blood-fest of a fish movie. It's so much cheesy fun that you can't help but forget that it's just a dumb B movie, but it has great characters, dialogue, effects, gore. It's just awesome. The 14th movie I watched was Your Hunter from the Future. I don't know. But I love this movie. It's ridiculous as hell. Oh my god, it's one of the best, worst movies I've ever seen. If Troll 2 gets all that praise, so should fucking Your Hunter from the Future. The 15th movie I watched was The Predator. I thought it was entertaining. There's a lot of things that'll piss off diehard Predator fans, of course, but in the long run, it's okay. It's got a lot of entertainment and a lot of blood and gore. It's what I wanted for a Predator movie to be in this day and age, and it damn well delivered. The 16th movie I watched was Boar. Boar is an awesome killer pig movie. I fucking love it. It's like just the fucking best killer pig movie of this decade. Well, this decade's almost over. It's the best killer pig movie since Razorback. How's that sound? The 17th movie I watched was First Blood. First Blood is a classic action drama. I watched this along with my 18th, 19th, and 20th movie being Rambo 2, 3, and 4 with obscure media. All these movies are different in their own way, but they fucking rock. Rambo First Blood Part 2 is just fun. You can't get over that. It's just a fun movie, popcorn entertainment. Rambo 3 is more serious. I think it's actually better than Part 2. There's more to love about this movie than there is in Part 2. And Rambo 4 is just a bloodfest. It's mean, it's gritty, and I absolutely enjoy I love the hell out of this movie. The 21st movie I watched was The Ritual. Holy shit! This movie is insane. I didn't expect it to be as insane as it was, especially near the climax. The tension builds and builds, and then when you finally see what's killing everything in the woods and killing them, it's like, holy shit, what the fuck. The 22nd movie I watched was Halloween H2O 20 years later. We watched this because, I really enjoyed this movie, and I think that the whole entire film is just one to keep in mind when you watch the new one, because you're like, oh, this movie, not that good. I think it commands more of a presence. The 23rd movie I watched was Final Destination. Oh my god, I fucking love this series. The entire franchise is comprised of blood and accidents, and in death there is no escape. The 24th movie I watched was Jackals. This movie was a bit generic, but then when I started getting to go into the climax, I was really intrigued. Fuck yeah, this movie rocks. I hope there's a sequel. And that does it. Those are the 24 movies I watched in the month of September 2018. It's about 8 less than last time, but the list for October is going to be small because I was so busy. It sucks. I wanted to watch at least 20 movies this month currently, but I wasn't able to. We got these 24 movies on the September list. I've just read them off to you, so I'm going to sign off now. Thank you all for watching, and I am Brian Gatto, host of Harsh Entertainment. Make sure to like my Facebook and Twitter page in the description below and to leave comments and subscribe.